We've spent the entire offseason talking about what defensive players are they going to draft, what defensive players are they going to sign, new defensive coordinator, all of it. And I appreciate that you wanted to take some time talking about how we're just not going to talk about how Dak and the Cowboys offense could be better. And I'd like you to walk me through that.
Well, Jeff and Clarence, think about what it looked like last year. And the Cowboys offense, when it gets in a groove and we can run the football properly and we can get into second and short, third and short, and we can, run action. So even on 1st and 10, we can throw the football because there's the threat of running the football. That's when your offense is the best. That's when you're at your best. As a former offensive lineman, I think that's when O linemen are the best. When I could be pass setting you, or I could be coming off the ball, knocking the hell out you. I think we are better in that way. We mean an offensive line. But when you're in track meets the whole time, when there's a threat of the other team not punting the whole game, your offense has to be a little different. This old coach told me once upon a time when I was trying to be a young coach is you're at your best when you can throw the football when you want to. But when other teams make you throw the football, then you're in some grave danger. So how I look at it is Matt Eberflus had this Cowboys defense as one of the worst ones we've ever seen in history. I could be wrong, but I think I read this tweet somewhere that Flus's defense is like the second worst in Cowboy history, and the first worst one was like the very first 1960 Cowboy defense that they ever put together ever. So for you to be in that company history-wise, like that's pretty horrible. So Christian Parker, you roll out the bed, you automatically 32nd. No matter how new you are, no matter you not calling plays before, no matter where you at in your career, Christian Parker has to be at least 32nd worst in the league. He can't be 49th worst like Flus was.
Yeah,
but what if Christian Parker is much better than we think? You know, when we were doing the draft show, we talked to a lot of coaches, we talked to a lot of scouts. Anybody that you ask around the league, even non-Cowboy people, they say, "Hey, this Christian Parker dude is up next." So, Jeff, Clarence, let's just assume that the Cowboys defense can get to 21st best. Let's say they can get to 19th best. Then there's not this threat of we have to be perfect. The offense has to be perfect every single time. I would be on the couch chilling with Jeff like, hey, man, if Dak ain't 3 for 3 on these next 3 drives, we not winning this game. And just like any other offense, it may be a hiccup here, maybe a penalty there, but Bo Nix has not stopped scoring. J.J. McCarthy has not stopped scoring. So if you can simply keep the defense from being the worst we've ever seen, why wouldn't the offense be a little better?
Well, now that you are feeling good about the defense being not 49th and not 32nd,
sure.
You saw the schedule come out yesterday. What's your prediction of this team's record?
Well, Clarence, we have a lot more information to gather here. We got to look at camp. We don't know what your linebacker situation is like. We don't even know if the Cowboys are done building the team. Well, Jeff, I don't do predictions. I never have. But what I will say is the schedule is difficult. It's very difficult. It's difficult. It's very difficult. But I would say that your offense is good enough to put up decent points against anybody, even the Seattle Seahawks or even the Houston Texans. It may not be shootouts in those games. Like you may not put up 40 on Houston, but let's say you can put up 21. Let's say you can put up 24. Now it's on to Christian Parker. It's 6 games, and I could probably find my notepad. I got 6 games that I have listed as Christian Parker games, right? Oh. And what I think of Christian Parker games, there are games versus good teams to where I think that the other team's offense can be a bit compromised. For example, the Eagles, right? The Eagles are a very good team. We have some faith that the Cowboys can put up 17 to 20 something some odd points versus the Eagles. What you can't have is Jalen Hurts breaking passing records against you like J.J. McCarthy did or like Russell Wilson did last year, right? So what I have under CP games, Houston, we got Green Bay, Philly twice. I also have Seattle and Jacksonville. Those are games that are tough games for you, but if you can do your thing offensively, you ain't got to be the best offense in the world, but just do your thing offensively and keep Trevor Lawrence from going ridiculous or keep Jalen Hurts or keep C.J. Stroud from going ridiculous. These are all quarterbacks that have had issues. Jordan Love may have put 40 points up on the damn Cowboys, but he ain't put 40 points up on nobody else. And then when Micah gets injured, the Green Bay Packers look totally different. In my mind, if you could put up points on those teams, a couple of points, 24, 25, 27, then let Christian Parker not let those compromised quarterbacks go crazy. I think you have a good shot against some of these good teams.
So,
you got two questions.
Yeah, we got
two questions.
So, I mean, you feeling good about Christian and his defense? What are your concerns? I mean, you brought up linebacker.
Because Clarence Mason said, I ain't say I feel good about Christian Parker. I just feel like Christian Parker's got to be better than Flus. He has to be better than Flus. That ain't me saying I feel good about him. He's never called plays before. I don't know nothing about Christian Parker.
What about the talent on defense, though? Are they appreciably better? Appreciably.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be?
I'm just asking. I mean, do you still there's still question linebacker? I don't know if there's a difference making pass rusher. I don't know if there's a pass rusher that's better than Clowney right now.
Would you say that D. Winters and Overshown right now, D. Winters and healthy Overshown with a training camp and all that, would you say that that's better than Sam Bourne and Kenneth Murray?
A mile.
Sure.
I would say so. Think about your defense. You add Quinnen later once all the damage was done, but Quinnen Williams is going to be there for you. Kenny Clark is apparently going to be playing in position where he's the best Christian Parker's ever seen to do it. And you can make an argument that how Flus had Clark playing would be different than how Christian Parker would be having those guys playing. We don't know what the pass rush will look like. But your pass rush did nothing last year. Clarence, that's my whole point. It's not that I feel great about any of this. I just felt the worst I've ever felt last year. How many times did we see last year? Or just answer me this. How many games did we lose last year by one possession? But in that game, you saw Trevon Diggs or Weezy Bridges look back at Malik Hooker and go, hey, what was I supposed to do right there? Or you look at Donovan Wilson, look at somebody else and go, hey, what was I supposed to do right there? I don't know nothing about Christian Parker. I don't know nothing about Caleb Downs. But Caleb Downs has to be a better cover guy than Donovan Wilson. Jalen Thompson has to be a better safety than Malik or whoever the hell that we rolled out at safety. Rev was coming in here, but damn, Weezy Bridges played a lot of games for you last year. It's okay to not be as confident in this defense, Clarence. I do understand where you coming from with that. But, dog, look at where they was last year.
No, I hear you.
Fowler was starting last year. Kyer Elam started for you last year. You have to be better than those guys.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're putting a lot of faith in Christian Parker.
I don't know shit about Christian. Shoot. I got one S word, right?
I mean, whether you have one or not, that was it. Yeah.
Look, I don't know nothing about Christian Parker, but I got a ton of evidence about Flus. A ton of evidence. Mike Nolan was technically better than Flus.
Hurts. It's true.
It hurts, but it's true. I will never forgive Mike Nolan getting that hot sauce in his eye. Y'all remember that video?
Yep.
I got hot sauce. I'm like, this is like a clown show.
Yeah, that's
I remember a press conference in COVID, and we got doing a virtual press conference, and he got hot sauce in his eye because he came in there after eating chicken wings.
When you let Jerry hire his friends, you're gonna get hot sauce in the eye.
I know it's not fun to be optimistic about the Cowboys, but if we can find optimism about anything, this defense has to be better than what it was last year. It has to be.